Alright, everybody. We are back. Back in Steven Universe Save the Light. Before we go to Bismuth's Forge, let's switch up the characters a little bit. Let's see, who do we want to bring? I want to bring... Let's see, I want to bring Pearl. I love bringing Pearl. There's one moment in the Forge where I really love having Pearl around. Peridot is just kind of my best character at the moment. Yeah, Peridot is my highest level character. How did that even happen? Come to think of it, because, like... But yeah, she's my best character right now. Like, I don't think she had the experience badge on that long. And then... Connie or Amethyst? I don't know. Chat, what do you think? Does chat have an opinion on who else to bring into the Forge? Connie's good. Amethyst is good. We're actually not going to fight very many weak enemies anymore, so Amethyst gets a little bit less good in that situation. We're going to start to see more situations where there is one boss that you need to focus on. Which is not the situation where Amethyst excels. Whoops. Let's see. Chat is not speaking up, so I'm going to go with Connie. Because Connie's my girl. Yeah, this is my typical A squad. Like, on my own, left to my own devices, this is usually the group that I take along. Just because they're all my favorite characters. I really should use Garnet more because, like, as you saw in the last section, in the last video, Garnet is just plainly one of the best characters. Just period, flat out. She does a massive amount of damage. She does a massive amount of damage. She has great utility all on her own. And she just isn't really reliant on any kinds of tricks. She's just is naturally, you know, she just all on her own can take care of things without any support from other players. Because she is a team all on her own. We're going to stop for... Once again, I mentioned this before, but I can't not pick up Chroma when I know it's there. Especially since purple is one of the things I'm worried about this. The two I'm worried about are purple and, you know... Yeah, at this point, purple is the one I'm worried about. Because I remember that Steven's shield uses a lot of purple, but I don't remember how much, so... Like, we might be short purple, we might be short blue. But anyway, we'll worry about that when we get there. So. Whoops. Well, that's new. If she's here, it's for one reason. To use the power of the Forge to upgrade the Prism's constructs. The Prism's constructs. The Prims? It's supposed to be Prisms. I don't think that spelling error is in the other game. That's weird. Yeah, Steven's shield is pink, which purple is kind of closest to. That's weird. I don't think that spelling error is in the PS4 version of the game. I would have remembered seeing it. Steven, how's your head? Still sort of wonky. Like when I was seeing that stuff from the prism. If I saw a Hessonite, do you think she saw me? What if that's the reason she knew about the Forge? Steven, there's nothing you could have done to stop it. This is like a Harry Potter. This is Harry Potter all over again. Yeah. Alright. Let's upgrade what we can. Tablet schematic. Well done, kitty. What'd you knock over anyway? Yeah, a PS4 controller. I tried to lay down and knocked over shit, as he does. Tablet schematic 2. Yep, that was my cat that you probably heard knocking stuff over. Super shiny Peridot's tablet. Reduce cost of molten core by 1 star point. Fairly useful. Fairly useful. The one thing I do like about the chroma is how the chroma you need for all of the weapons is tied to the character's color palette. So Peridot you need yellow and green. Amethyst you need indigo. With Steven you need purple because that's pretty close to pink. Super shiny Rose's sword. Connie's sword storm ability now breaks shields and applies a defense down effect on the target. That's like only okay. Cause usually what you would want to do, usually the way you use Sword Storm is you bring down their defense first and then use Sword Storm. So that's not really useful. I don't know. It's fine, I suppose. But it's kind of a net loss. That's the thing I have talked about. I know I've talked about before is how the weapon upgrades are very uneven. Like Peridots are some of the best ones because it's a brand new move. And it's an incredibly useful new move at that. But then you have stuff like that where it's like, oh, this will help in a situation that can't possibly come up ever in the game. While jamming, manually activate 1 extra bonus pulse of the current jam. So that's kind of useful. That move costs star points, I believe. It costs like 1 star point to do that. But, hey, it's good. It's handy. We do need Garnet for one area here, but it's right by a... but it'll be fine. It's right by a warp pad anyway, so we'll just be able to warp Garnet in, get the thing, and then get her out of here again.
This planet sure is filled with peculiar places.
Yes, it is. Although this particular place has less to do with the planet and more to do with Bismuth just being a rock star. And a star rock. The Jada rocks out loud, literally. So yeah, we need Garnet here, but luckily there's a warp pad just around the corner. So let's sub in, sub in Garnet real quick. Get this little secret area.
Cheeseburger backpack! Look what I've acquired!
Alright. That should be all the red we need.
Treasure.
So much stuff. And we'll need, well, we won't need a lot of it, to be honest. What's Bismuth gonna say when she comes back and sees all these broken pots in her forge? Good question. Alright. And we actually do need Pearl for the next puzzle, as a matter of fact. So we got a little synergy here because I have the white badge equipped, right? Yes. Oh.
Nice!
Actually, no. You're lagging behind on the XP, Mahesh Warren.
Nice!
There we go. So yeah, as I explained in the last video that I now have Pearl's ultimate combo, which is the Vriska badge. It increases luck by 95%, but reduces defense by 50%. Pearl already has no defense to speak of anyway, at least not the way I level her. And so like 0 divided by 0 is still 0. It is not negative 0. So the defense bust doesn't do anything. And lucky hits have a chance to restore 1 star point, which she will be getting lucky hits all the time because she has all of the luck. All of it. The alternative combo would be to synergize that with the Grumpy badge, which really would make her Vriska, come to think of it. Jesus Christ. So that she just does insane damage with her lucky hits. But I like the utility of the Lucky Star badge better, I think. I think that's slightly more useful. Oh, and we actually have to level up Connie.
I'm gonna do my best. Yeah, that's the ticket.
Oh, hello everyone. See, hard work and dedication always pays off.
Yes, it does.
Cheeseburger backpack.
Okay, we're gonna continue to break Bismuth shit. Yes, Pearl always does her best. I see that sparkly over there. I'll get it when I come back down. Love how Pearl glitches out a little bit when she rides the elevator. That happens in the PS4 version too, and it's just kind of funny.
Let's collect our reward.
Star Block badge. Blocking an enemy sometimes awards 1 star point. That's decent. Shit, that's annoying. Okay, I gotta stop this. Whatever, I don't know why the sound of lava is very loud and very constant, but I'm going to leave the area and come back to get rid of it. Or just visit the barn. Why
Can't
not?
stop now.
I haven't reached this part in the Switch version, so I can't say whether or not that glitch is there too. I would assume so. The Switch version came out a couple months after the PS4 version, or the PC version, I meant. So I can't think why. And yeah, it's Pearl glitches on that elevator, and has every time I've ever come across it. So if they haven't fixed the glitch in the year since the game came out, I don't know why they would have fixed it on the Switch version. I think that's rather unlikely.
Never fear. The great and lovable Peridot is here.
Oh, it's so nice being able to run fast with that badge now. Like I said earlier, that's the badge that you will never take off once you get it. Fuck your shit, Bismuth. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, I didn't mean anything by that.
Hey.
Oh, crap. Okay.
Hollow Pearl.
No. don't even remember what that move does. I just know I want to stop it.
Attack.
Oh dear. Oh, the Hollow Pearl took care of it. Perfect, and 2 lucky hits in a row.
Initiate attack mode.
We only need a small star point here.
Guys, how about this?
Oops. And the lucky hit. Pearl has all of the life. All of it. The Hollow Pearl will take care of that. Lucky hit.
Thrust.
She's gotten at least one. You'll notice she's gotten at least one lucky hit on every. Yeah, there it is.
Oh man.
She's gotten at least one lucky hit on every single attack. This. And that is why Pearl is the best. Best spelled with an 8. Remember if this is actually a secret or just a... I don't remember if coming out here is necessary to 100% the area, but I want to get it every time. Swoops down real fast and does a lot of damage. You have bad memories of that attack. Yes, Pearl is great. Also with an 8. There are no shortage of Vriska jokes there's no shortage of Vriska jokes I can make with this particular build that I've got for Pearl. Something interesting about Bismuth's Forge that I'm just thinking about now is how it has a lot of areas like this that are all just areas that Steven has to explore on his own. Like, this is the first one, and there are at least 2 more. One in this section and one in the next section.
Neato burrito! Neato burrito!
It's almost like Bismuth planned that. Ugh. Too close. You're far too close, Steven. Yeah, sometimes when you get up close, you can see just how low res some of these images are. Some of the character sprites are. It's a little cheap, a little disappointing, but it's fine. So that was one area where Steven has to explore it on his own. Oop. Okay, screw that up. Okay. We're gonna need to
Ready, Freddy?
Yeah, they're based on... Yeah, it's... Yeah, but I'm just talking about, like, pixel count. Yeah, they are based on distance render models. That is true. The art style for this game is based on... like, it's... once you see it, you'll never be able to unsee it, and... I kind of stopped doing this in the later seasons, I think, but if you go back to season 1, especially, and look at, take any shot where the characters are standing very far away from the camera, like, they're drawn like this, which is slightly less detail, and their eyes aren't filled in all the way. It's like they look like this. What badge am I looking for here? This badge.
Oop.
Okay, so So, like, they're based on those distant renders, but they are done up in a bit more detail than just that in the show. Here's the area number 2, where Steven just has to explore off on his own. Hugs. So cute. And a level up. You know, but they are done in more detail, and like the art style is just slightly different enough from those long distance draws to make it kind of its own art style. But when you get really up close to them, you can see how pixelated they are. You know, like a second ago when Steven was running towards the camera, you could see how his edges started to blur out a bit. Oh yeah, that was one where they used this models to intentionally creepy effect in Rose's room. Like they used the long distance models up close. That's the other thing too, is that the long distance models never move because like they're always at such a range where you wouldn't be able to see them moving anyway. So they are effectively just cardboard cutouts, and when you see them up close, like in Rose's room, like you see them up close because Rose's room is glitching out and showing them up close. And yeah, they look like oddly terrifying and off model. But this game, like the big one that's really the big difference that's really noticeable is that Steven's star is usually a pentagon in like the actual the thing. Yeah.
Attack mode initiated.
Like Steven's star is a pentagon in the usual long-distance models. Here it's actually a full star, like it's supposed to be.
Attack.
Huh. Not a lucky hit. That's a first.
What am I gonna pick? What am I gonna pick? Maybe this?
Alright.
Attack mode initiated. Thrust.
There's that lucky hit. Ah. Oh dear.
Attack.
That's a problem. We might want to do this. Ah. What'd you get a freebie of? Study. That's not at all helpful. Take a moment to think of just flexibility, love, and thrust. Yeah. And it looks like he's going to attack combat right now. Ah, too early again.
Thrust.
They might. Go, Hollow Pearl.
Thrust. Attack. Ah!
Ah, that was just me screwing that up.
Thrust activating.
That's the other thing too with Pearl is that between the Hollow Pearl and setting bitches on fire.
Mode.
Like a lot of times they'll just die on their own just from Pearl's dots.
Hollow Pearl.
Take a moment to think of just flexibility, love, and thrust. Take a moment to think of just
Attack.
flexibility, love, and thrust. Here comes a thought that might alarm you. What someone said
Hey! Attack.
might harm you. hit those high notes. Not even like humming absentmindedly. I cannot hit those high notes. All right. Yeah, let's get that badge back. I went right past it. There it is.
I shall wear it with pride. Guys, check this out.
It's... Yeah, sure.
Steven, you earned this.
I'm always ready for the fight.
Connie Maheshwaran, at your service.
Yeah, saving that for that. Connie's sword star is reduced by 1 star point, which is very helpful.
Oh,
Probably not going to reach that level by the time the game ends anyway, but there it is. Although what we will do, certainly, is immediately before the final boss, we're just going to spend every level up badge that we have, every level up charm that we have, I mean. So we will go at and like it's trying to get max level in this game is a fool's errand. Like I've never done it, to be honest. Like it's like level 30 is max level, but you won't get there naturally. Like you have to grind a lot of experience points and just play the game for hours and hours and hours longer than you have to in order to get that point. Get to that point. Oh, this is a great moment. Oh. Okay. Finish exploring. You've gotten there with Steven. Yeah, you can't. Well, it's like even with Steven, I don't like. Because the thing is, like, you get experience based on like kills. Partially based on participation, partially based on kills. So, like, characters do get a little bit of experience on the bench. They get a little bit of experience for just being there. But then they also get experience for getting final blows and participating in combat. And since I don't actually participate in battle with Steven all that much, Steven actually does not tend to get over-leveled. Not the way I play, anyway. The way I play, I do not get Steven over-leveled nearly as much as other people seem to. Which is which might just be me being weird now that I think about it. But it is what it is.
Attack.
And so trying to get to level 30 is just kind of a thing. And you really don't need to. Like... Like even the hardest, even playing with, this is an issue. Even playing with the Crying Breakfast Friends badge, the final boss, you know, and there is no like super secret Sephiroth boss, you know, that requires max level everything to get anywhere. So, like, you know, if you're like level 20. You can kill anything in the game. You can deal with anything.
Thrust. Activating.
Okay. But yeah, so getting to level 30, not at all necessary, and just kind of a neat. And you know, there isn't like an achievement for it. It's just kind of a neat bragging rights thing to.
Attack mode initiated.
Defeat may be imminent.
Oh, we're in trouble.
Do this, Steven.
We're in a lot of trouble. Alright, Connie. It's time for Connie to step up and be a hero. Engraved stone piece. There's a message engraved on this, but part of it is missing. Darn.
Attack.
Actually, I think Connie's got this, to be perfectly honest, now that I think about it.
It's like I never left.
Attack.
I could just stop that, just because it's annoying.
Thrust.
Connie's the hero. You can do anything? Danny, I know you're trying to be helpful saying you can do anything, but you're just reminding me of a certain boss in Deltarune. I can do anything.
Whoopsie daisy.
Oh, that was just insulting right there. I'm tempted to like just overkill terribly with Sword Storm, but with the way my game has been not registering button presses very well, I'm not gonna risk it. Well done, Connie. Okay, let's...
Ooh, I know.
Let's just speed this a little.
One thingy coming right up. I know I put it in here somewhere.
Thank you for that, Connie. Do I have donuts? I do have donuts. I'm saving those for, like, actual fights. At this point in the game, I have enough Together Forever breakfasts. And enough... Whoops. I have enough Together breakfasts and Together Forever breakfasts and donuts to go through the end of the game. I can afford to be a little... I can afford to splurge on a Together breakfast here or there. Steven, it's... Mom. Rose. I didn't know about this room. Bismuth must have been working on this before. I don't think Rose knew either. We should keep moving. Oh, this room... It's like this game came out before Maid of Honor, which means this game came out, like, when we still had no idea when or even if Bismuth was coming back. And so okay, Cat, you're laying on my... Cat's sitting on my mouse again. So this room was so fucking sad when the game first came out. You know, but like now it's like fine, because like Bismuth's back and she looks like she's not going anywhere, this time. But like, yeah, just like seeing this, seeing how dedicated Bismuth was to Rose, and knowing what happened to her, it was so sad. And plus, oh, it gets even better.
Cheeseburger backpack!
Hey, it fits. Looks like part of it is still missing.
I've got just the thing.
Looks like the last one. Now we can see what the complete message says. Let's see. It says, to our fearless leader, you gave us everything. You made us who we are. I would do anything for your cause. I would do anything for you. Bismuth. Oh, Bismuth. Come on, Pearl. We gotta keep moving. Right, of course. Actually, wait a minute. There's something lodged under here. A shield schematic. She had an upgrade for Rose's shield sitting right there, ready to give to her. and then the breaking point happened, and she got bubbled, and she never had a chance to give it to Rose. And it's like, this was so painful. Oh, Bismuth. You got done wrong. You got done wrong on several levels. We're gonna... Actually, here, let's see what is required for that. Whoops. Yeah, 20 purple and 3 red. Oh! And we need... Okay, but we do have some red there, too. Okay. So we probably... Oh, yeah, we definitely have enough chroma to
I'd
get
say that was fairly successful.
Garnet and Steven's upgrades once we find them. We're going to keep pressing forward. We'll run back to the beginning of the forge once we find a warp point. But yeah, the thing that really annoyed me.
This planet sure is filled with peculiar places.
You said that already, Peridot. The thing that really annoyed me about Bismuth getting bubbled at the end of her first episode was that we didn't really get to see the thought process behind that. Because, like... Man. Oh, my head. Oh, man, not again. Looks like we'll need to do this the hard way. I saw her again. She's using the forge to make the prism stronger somehow. Somehow. Yeah, I mean, beats me how any of this wacky prism stuff works. But, like, we didn't really get to see the decision process there. It was just like, well, it's the end of the episode, and she was the antagonist at the end there, so I guess we just gotta bubble her, and that's kind of the end of that. And it's like, you're not gonna, like, talk to her about what happens at all? No? Garnet? Pearl? Oldest living friend from the rebellion? Like, one of, like, 3 people alive and sane on the planet who can, like, talk to you about the rebellion and you don't want to, like, hear what she has to say about any of this what happened? Like, I know Steven's your kid and you trust him, but not gonna talk to Bismuth at all? Not gonna unbubble her just for a minute and just say, hi, hey, what happened? Let's talk about... Let's hash things out here now.
Not every day you get to collect treasure.
And, like, I'm glad Bismuth herself even kind of brought that up, where, you know, in Maid of Honor, where she's like, dude, they're just doing what you told them to do. You're the leader.
I know I put it in here somewhere.
How did this puzzle go? Oh, now I remember. I can't do this part of the puzzle yet. What? This is not how this is supposed to work. Okay. Steven voice, but like a friend leader, yeah. Yeah, I made that joke too. It's like, if you remember, if you watched my, if you read my live blog of that episode, I made a joke of a Steven quoting John. It's like, I'm not your leader, I'm your friend. Statements like that are also why you're our leader. Anyway, what was supposed to happen here, while we were talking about Homestuck, the game just glitched out and let us get a shortcut through this puzzle. What's supposed to happen here is Steven's supposed to, like, use his roly-poly power to explore this area and get over to that block, which allows...
Cheeseburger backpack!
Which allows Peridot, who's now over here for some reason, which allows Peridot to go back there. Uh-oh. No. Go away. I don't want to fight you right now.
Cheeseburger backpack!
And you drop that. Where are we? Oh, Jesus. Ah! Ah! The game doesn't know where to be. The camera doesn't know what to do anymore. Okay. And now we can get Earthquake. And now we can, I believe this is leads to Garnet's upgrade.
Ooh, I know.
And then, yep. Garnet schematic number 2. A schematic that can enhance your weapons.
Hey!
Ow. The game's having trouble again. My theory, Steven trained in rolling attacks because he's a quartz, right? Shouldn't he be able to do that? He's actually a diamond. And this is pre-single pale rose. Good point. Windows. Window! Yep. Dang. Okay. Now we have those last 2 schematics. Let's actually hit this warp pad and go get them. Because I want them. Yeah, that's probably like the saddest thing I think about the pink diamond reveal is that like Amethyst lost her quartz bro. Like she's never going to be able to teach him the unless Pink Diamond really could do that, which I suppose is entirely possible because she is a diamond after all. It does kind of bum me out that
More adventure.
you know that they're not quartz kids anymore. Amethyst isn't going to get to teach Steven how to do the spin dash.
It's a good day for a mission.
But it is what it is. Unless Steven really can do the spin dash, which would be awesome. I would approve of that. Whew, and that is all the weapon upgrades. Now we really can't ignore Chroma for the rest of the game. It just occurred to me I didn't even bother to look to see what Garnet's gauntlets do now. Yeah, Steven's a little excited face when he's doing weapon upgrades is great. Super Shiny Rose's Shield gives you a stronger shield dash that deals higher damage, double knockback, and a guaranteed lucky strike, which is a fantastic all-around move. Achievement unlocked. Back in Bismuth. Alright, so that is the achievement for getting every weapon unlock in the game. Alright. Let me just switch out. I want to see what Garnet... Excuse me. I want to see what Garnet's little upgrade even does for her, because I was just completely ignoring it.
Look to the future. Behold, the power of love.
Super Combo unlocks the Super Combo ability. For 5 star points, this combo allows the player several extra punches. So it's basically just like a souped up version of her normal attack. Which is basically what Steven's second power-up does. Anyway. Anyway, back to the forge.
Time to vacate.
Time to vacate. Soup. Danny's having soup for dinner. Sounds delicious. I'll be having spaghetti later. Trademark favorite food of Papyrus and Adventure Time. Just all of Adventure
We're
Time.
here?
Whoop. That was interesting. Whoop. That was quite a long pause there. Fuck you, Chroma. We don't need you anymore. This leads to the secret area, but I don't remember if the key to the secret area was also, like, right here. So this might be I might entirely be wasting my time going this way. Who doesn't love spaghetti? I actually ruined spaghetti for my siblings because like, I love spaghetti and would ask for it all the time as a kid. And so my brother and sister just got sick of it growing up. So, whoops, I ruined spaghetti for someone. Okay, yeah, we do not have this key. We don't now have this key yet.
How about...
So yeah, coming here was just a waste of time for now. We'll be back here later. That'll be the last thing that we do before we get the final boss. Incidentally, slight spoiler, but there are multiple endings to this game, so I think what we're going to do when we get to that point is, Connie and Peridot, yeah, they're just going all over the place. When we get to the end, I think what we're going to do is we're going to do the, quote-unquote canon ending
Hollow Pearl.
first, and then as a separate video, go back and do the 2 non-canon endings. I actually kind of like the bad ending, just because it's funny to me. It's not like funny, but it is kind of like darkly humorous. To me, anyway.
Attack. Attack.
Oops.
Thrust. Attack.
See, I love it when the Hollow Pearls just take care of those. Oops.
Attack.
Yeah, it's great when Hollow Pearl attacks an airborne enemy because she's standing on thin air when she does it. Yeah, it's pretty funny. Like Hollow Pearls, like it's a while before they it's pretty late game before they become like exceptionally useful. But when they get useful, they get very useful. Where are we going? There it is. Is it? Hmm? Oh, there we go. Okay, the camera was just doing a bad job of showing you where the path was. Also, I think my mic might have been blocking that corner. My mic is blocking like the lower right corner of the screen, like right where the cheeseburger backpack is. So it's possible that I just didn't see it because of that. Oh boy. This looks like a tough fight. How are we doing on health? We're gonna want to top up before we get there.
How about...
Oh yeah, we got 44 victims.
One thingy coming right up. Cheeseburger backpack! One thingy coming right up. I know I put it in here somewhere. One thingy coming right up.
There's a voice clip of Peridot's where she's like, "You guys know what where you're going, right?" Yeah, I do love that voice clip, and it's true. Sometimes I don't know where I'm going. This fight may be unnecessary, but we're in it now. What was that? I'm looking at the stream to see what the... Yeah, what was that, like, strip of white there? That was weird. It was a weird little visual glitch.
To be amazed.
Oh, dear.
Initiate attack mode.
I've got just the thing. Gem powers activate! Love bubbles!
Who gets the last bubble? Let's say
Love bubbles!
Now
Good
this
choice.
is some quality tech.
Alright, these guys don't turn around, which is actually kind of a problem, because my whole strategy is based around backstabbing with Pearl. Well, at least she set out luck on her side. Picking this fight might have been a bad idea. Especially since I don't even know if it was necessary. Pretty sure it was, but... I've just consigned my party to death. For no real reason. Actually, here.
How
Let's
about...
get defensive.
Gem powers activate!
Thrust.
Connie's fine where she is right now because she's gonna sound mean, but right now she's kind of here just for show. Like right now, my combo is all about parry turrets and Pearl stabby stabbies.
Thrust. Deactivating.
Here's hoping for a miss. There's a lucky hit. Oh, Chroma. Boss dropped Chroma. Oh, this is good. Oh! Okay. No. Continue. Yeah, that's a fight where you kind of need Garnet to just stun lock the cannons. These cannons are tough, man.
Pay close attention, Stephen. There's much
Okay, yeah,
to be
and
learned
like,
from
yeah,
this place.
there's one secret left in that area, and it's unlocking the big door. So yeah, we didn't even need to go there. We did not need to do that at all.
Hurts. I don't like it. Why?
Okay. Because yeah, there's not a secret behind those guys. They're just there to shell you as you're coming along this route. So we'll just leave.
We can't stop now.
We don't need to fight them, so we're not going to. Well, that was a...
Never fear.
solid glitch.
The great and lovable Peridot is here.
I know I put it in here somewhere. Cheeseburger backpack.
Let's eat some donuts. Actually, I think there's a Healy thing like right behind this door. Okay, it's right behind the next door. So we are going to use a couple donuts anyway, just
I
to
know I put it in here somewhere. I've got just the thing. Ooh, I know. This'll do the trick.
Not every day you get to collect treasure.
Because yeah, we got plenty of donuts. We got donuts for days. We got donuts for days, and we're only playing this game tonight, so we're fine. Yes, we do not want to die again. Thank you for that. What's this? Raise the star cap in battle from 10 to 12. Cool. That's kind of a useless badge because, like, that would be a cool badge if there was, like, if they ever do add Lapis into the game, which I still want them to do. Please add Lapis to the game, please. You did the work. I know you plan to do it. It's like Grumpy Face Games. It's like we've seen the files. We've seen the sound files. We know there are plans to put Lapis in the game, or were at one point. Do it, please. Anyway, that badge would be cool if there was like an 11 star point or a 10 or even a 10 star point attack that you want to like save up for. But there isn't. And so you're just never going to have... And so, like, if you have... It's like if you ever do have 10 star points and let yourself get over that limit, it's because you messed up. Like, you're never going to have 10 star points on purpose.
Attack mode initiated. Attack mode initiated.
How about... maybe this?
Okay, you look like you're walking towards... I guess... Peridot.
Gem powers, activate!
Actually, no, I think I'm gonna guess... Steven.
Bloop!
There we go.
Attack. Thrust. Attack.
But yeah, like, if there were, like, if they add Lapis to the game and she has, like, a big 9 or a 10-point attack that just wipes out everything on the board, which is how I would imagine, which is what I would imagine they would do with Lapis if they do ever add her into the game, then that badge might be useful because, like, you would find yourself in the situation where you're saving up for Lapis's one big board-clearing attack. But since no such attack exists, there's no reason for you to ever go above 10 star points. And so that badge is just kind of there. You know? Waiting for an opportunity, waiting for an opportunity for it to be useful. I know how to deal with this.
Prepare to be amazed.
Initiate attack mode.
But yeah, if you don't know what I'm talking about with Lapis being in the game, as soon as this game came out on PC, people immediately data mined a whole bunch of sound clips of Lapis being a party member, just straight up as a party member. Not just Lapis being a party member either, also like corresponding sound bites of other of the other characters, like responding to Lapis, like you know, their voice clips of like Lapis saying, you know, hey, good job, Steven, or you know, well done, you know, nice hit, Peridot. And then there were also clips of Amethyst and the rest of them saying, you know, good going, Lapis, you know, way to go, Lapis, thanks for the help, Lapis, that sort of thing. And the fact that they are in the PC version might mean something, it might not mean anything. Like, it's possible that they're just in the game because they never bothered to remove them from the source code when the game was made for the PlayStation 4. But it's also possible that it's in there because... let's take this gamble. Perfect. But it's also possible that these guys they're just buffing each other with attack points and not accomplishing anything. That's kind of funny.
Initiate attack mode.
You know, but it is possible that that's still in there because they're still planning on releasing Lapis DLC, which when the game first came out, they said they were going to do. Like, when the game came out a year ago, they said that there were plans to add an 8th party member as downloadable content, and Lapis was always the most likely suspect for that, just by virtue of her being, you know, the one party member who's not in the game. And they even tease her, like, if you go talk to her in the bar, and they do tease the possibility of her joining the party. But it just hasn't happened yet, and I wonder if that's because those plans were, you know, like, did the game just not sell well enough for them to do that? I hope not, because this is a very good game and I like it. But it is entirely possible that, at this point, that the game just did not get the support that it needed to justify DLC. Which would be a shame if that's true, because it is quite a good game, in my opinion. But, like, it did have some technical problems. Like, it got middling reviews when it came out, which I can't say is unfair. Like, it did have a lot of technical... I mean, it still does. We've been seeing them this entire Let's Play. But, like, it did have a lot of technical issues when it first came out, many of which have been smoothed over, but still. And so it got middling reviews, and plus it is, like, it is a licensed game. Those have a bit of a stigma attached to them. But, like, it's a good game. It deserves a chance to succeed. Which is a big part of why I'm streaming this. I want to, like... It's like, I want to keep this game alive. You know? Like... Oop. Get down here. Yeah, great. And me without my garnet.
Lurk, lurk. Now this is
What am I
quality
gonna pick?
tech.
What am I gonna pick? One thingy coming right up.
Okay, so that there.
Initiate
Probably should have just used the
mode.
3-er there. People saying, I can't imagine Lapis being able to do much in a volcano. I don't know, Lapis is pretty OP when she wants to be.
Initiated. Attack.
He's going to attack the contraption. Oh, or Pearl. Ouch. Did a lot of damage.
Thrust.
Perfect. Nicely done.
Keep it up, Peridot.
Lapis being in a volcano is a little funny to imagine.
Hollow Pearl. Hollow Pearl.
Just gonna keep doing chip damage with the Hollow Pearls, I think. Since we can't get the backstab, it's probably slightly better
Thrust.
to attack with Connie in that situation. Although I think Pearl has... Well, I think Pearl already has, like, relatively the same attack power as Connie anyway, so it doesn't really matter. Knocked out of the air again by the Hollow Pearl. Perfect.
Attack activating. It can't be.
Ouch.
Attack.
The big sword monster's big attack is raining multiple smaller swords down. Oh, that sounds terrifying. Up, and there's the healing pool that I knew was coming. Connie avenging the mentor again. Okay, this room is stupidly big. And now it's time for a boss battle.
Oh no!
This is it. Hessenite was standing right over here. Well, she isn't here now.
Blah.
Surprise, surprise. But those guys definitely are. Those guys definitely are. What? What? Wasn't allowed to move there. Not sure if I was supposed to be able to move there and it just glitched out or what. Okay. Stop that. Okay. Let me select Peridot at any point would be nice. Alright.
Give me a moment. Now this is some quality tech.
Okay, this is going to be a painful one. Especially since we don't have Garnet.
Attack mode.
I don't mind saying
initiated.
Garnet would be very helpful here. Again,
Initiate
stun locks
attack mode.
for the win.
I know I put it in here somewhere.
Very nice.
Thrust.
Item, I choose you.
I remember reading that there was supposed to be a boss here, but they ran out of time to program it. That's believable. And said there's just like a particularly tough ensemble of guys. Yeah, that's fairly believable. Because, like, you can tell it looks like there is supposed to, like, they set it up. There's clearly supposed to be a boss here.
Attack.
This guy is not taking damage nearly fast enough for my liking.
Thrust.
Stop that.
Guys, how about this?
No freebie. Really could have used the freebie right there.
Attack activating.
Oh, that's not the time I needed that to deactivate pearls. We're in trouble.
Bloop.
Attack mode initiated.
We're in a lot of trouble, you guys. Stop that. Okay, they got stunned by Steven. Ah.
Ow!
Stop that. Connie. Oh! Connie saving your mentor. Again. Quit it. Okay. Now I think we're in the clear.
Initiate attack mode.
God. All these freaking spells. Delaying the inevitable.
Attack.
And now you're getting pushed outside of Peridot's contraption range. Ooh, and we got some nice star points from that.
Initiate attack mode. Hey!
Just about enough of you guys. Bunch of spelling bee chumps. Alright, let's go with...
Bravo, Steven!
That's the other thing. That's the other reason why...
God!
That is honestly the other thing I love about Pearl in this game. Is just from a gameplay perspective, I love like the timing aspect of getting her backstabs correct. Because like that just makes the game more interesting to play, in my opinion. I know some people like actually hate that kind of thing. They hate timing mechanics like that. I love it because it just like adds a whole extra level of strategy to the proceedings. Because like you're trying to make sure that you're trying to time it so that so you get the backstab, so you get the full amount of damage off of the attack. Okay, come on.
Behold, treasure!
Secret doohickey. Okay, and they're like, that's the thing that's absurd about this room is that like there are secrets around here and you have to walk so far to get all of them. Yay, level up. Is there something behind this pillar? Might not be, and I just wasted like 5 minutes walking from one end of the room to the other. Okay. Actually, I think there might be something way off to the left, too. And now I have to double check. Doesn't look like it. There better not be, because I want to have to walk over there again. Wonder what Bismuth used this. What the? What was? What? The hell was that?
Let's collect our reward.
Lucky Flame Badge. Lucky hits have a chance to burn enemies. Okay, so this area is clear. Now the last thing we have to do before we're going to keep going forward. But yeah, the last thing we have left to do now is that one secret area and then the final boss. And then we will 100% this game. We will not get every single achievement,
I'm so
but
proud
we
of
will
us.
100% the game. Wonder what Bismuth used this room for. I don't know. Well, there's like the big lava fall. Probably used that for energy or something.
Never fear. The great and lovable Peridot is here.
All right, Peridot,
Oh no!
take care of this. Hessenite's ship.
Oh no.
Oh no. What do we do now?
No.
Steven! Prism vision happening again. So useful, yet so painful. Ah! I love the look of her ship. Well, ship looks kind of cool. Looks like a helmet. Actually, no, it looks more like a tiara than a helmet. What am I saying? Steven, are you okay? Are you back with us? Yeah, I saw more mega important stuff. She didn't go back to Homeworld. She flew to a super ginormous ship floating just above the Earth. A Hessenite warship. Oh man, how are we going to follow her now? I know a very large, very fluffy pink friend who might be able to assist us.
Yay!
It's Lion, in case that wasn't obvious. To Beach City! Alright. Gotta move my head because my mic was right in the way of what I needed to be looking at right there. Okay. So, and that's the end of that. Warp. So, the last thing we have to do now is go to the secret area. So I think that we're going to call that a video. Next time, we are going to explore the last secret area and go fight Hessenite. And that'll be that. And then also, so yeah, I'm probably going to split this up in 2 more videos. One where we finish the game and fight Hessenite, and then one where we get the non-canon endings to the Hessenite fight. Maybe we'll split that up into 3 videos. I don't know. We'll play it by ear. Anyway, where'd my mouse go? There it is. I keep having to move my mouse around to get it away from the cat. Anyway, so that is going to be the end of that. Next time you see us, we will be exploring the secret area because we're already in the secret area of Bismuth's Forge. But we will be exploring the super secret part of Bismuth's secret forge. See you then.